Oh, get ready, get ready, get ready. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah, it's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana country boy, along with my co-host who ran off at the beginning of the show because her ring light
You
fell
hit
over.
the button and my light. I told you my ring light wasn't on, and it's still not on. You
Her
just hit
ring
the
light or
button.
something fell over and she cut the
No,
early
it's
one
not.
off.
I was saying that it went
Huh?
out, and you just started.
Oh, we
You
were actually on, and then she cut us off, and now we back. We here
we are not
live.
back because you can't see me because you told me I can't do it without my ring light. You told me that some months ago.
I
So I
see
was
you.
trying to fix my ring light, and you started us.
I see you right there.
Why? Well, you the one told me last time I didn't have mine on. You said, Remember that?
Hey, I'm in. Hey,
I'm blaming you. I'm blaming you for
huh?
not paying nobody to see me.
I'm in the hot studio. I can see you.
Ooh, Lord, that meant you didn't tell me the truth the last time. You probably could see me that day. You just aggravated me.
I see you just fine. I see you just fine. Welcome one, welcome all to. I almost hit the end button. Hey, Miss Julie. Oh Lord, don't do that.
That's not my ring light. I'm telling you, I'm trying to fix it.
Yeah, that
This is
part
a
right there.
light,
Yeah,
another light I have.
yeah.
Trying to
Look,
make it a ring light.
okay, there you go.
You're not right.
Hey,
Causing pain to somebody else will not help you with your peace.
do what? no, no, your peace does not come. Look, I want to read it because that was pretty good. It says, what did it say? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the real conversation with a twist of humor with the little diva and the Louisiana country boy. Topic for tonight is you won't find your peace in others' pain. You won't find your peace in others' pain. Welcome. First and foremost, let me say this. Welcome to April. Welcome to April. Today is April 1st. This is not. I promise you. I promise you tonight is not a new year. What is it? April Fool's joke. It's gonna be real and it's gonna be an effect. Old country boy sitting over here. I got me a bottle of water, and I am fatigued and John Deere up tonight because I came for battle. I got my I got my camouflage on, I got my camouflage shorts on, I got my camouflage Crocs on, and I got my John Deere hat. So I am ready for battle tonight. I'm ready. I got me a bottle of water just in case I get hot, and it's about to be on. So before you get started, welcome to the month of April, co-host.
I just thought you were gonna have the show by yourself.
There go that thing.
So anyway, hello everybody. I wasn't prepared. The first show I cut off, but then when I was trying to get the next show started, it stopped working and it won't come back on, and it's disturbing me. But I would like for the country boy to tell y'all why, give him the synopsis of why he came up with this topic.
No,
I
no,
was very excited when he called and said, "Hey," he just rambled off something. I was like, "Okay." Then he said what it was for. I was like, "Oh, okay, I like that." You remember when you called me? You just said it, and I was like,
wait a minute. Now you act like you was excited when I said it the first
"I mean,
time.
that's what I'm saying." But when you first said it, I was like, "I didn't know what you were talking about." You just said, "I got it," and you just said it, and I was like, "Okay." Then you said for the show tonight. Then I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah." Which we all do that, right? You'll call and be like, da, da, da. You're like, okay, what are we talking about? Hey, something happened. Because, okay, go ahead. Y'all, co-host, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, your sound keep. Oh, okay. You uploaded the new one. Thank you. I didn't have that one. I had
I
it on
didn't
my
get it,
phone.
but I think I was doing it at the same time you was hitting the other button.
Oh,
And
I was ready to
yeah.
go. I'm ready to go. Look, I've been on TikTok, just so y'all know, I've been on TikTok about 30 minutes ago. So I'm not as the fire's still burning, but I allowed them, my TikTok audience actually got to hear some of the burningness that was in there, because I would have, look here, I was, first and foremost, let me say this for real, for real. Let me lay out a disclaimer tonight, right now. What y'all may hear from me tonight comes straight from my mouth, okay? You don't have to tie the little diva into what I'm about to say or what may come out of my mouth. You don't have to tie in the real conversation with a twist. What I'm gonna tell you is this: if anything that comes from the country boy tonight, if anything bothers you, please reach out to me. Let me know. I ain't got no problem with that. Reach out, because part of what I'm gonna say is about that right there. Reach out. Just reach out. Just reach out. If anything, be like, oh, wait a minute, he said what? You ain't got to go run tell nobody else what came out of my mouth if you had a problem with it. What you can do is you can reach out to me if you have a problem with anything that comes out of my mouth, because I'm grown enough at this point in life. I'm grown enough and able enough to stand on my 2 feet and handle however you may feel. Trust me, y'all have the right to feel however you may feel about what I may say tonight. Disclaimer, I'm just disclaiming for my co-host.
Disclaimer, come on.
I'm just disclaiming for my co-host, because look here, if y'all see me set back like this, just ready to know it's like a slingshot, because I'm finna come forward. Okay, if y'all see me lean back, just know the slingshot finna poof. That's what's finna happen tonight. So anyway, tonight, I did, and I reached out to my co-host and I said, hey, man, I just got this. And she said, what, Heaven Express? I said, I did. I got it, Heaven Express. A lot of it has to do with this. Some things and a lot of what you may hear be some personal stuff, and it'll be some other stuff out here in the world. But what got me with this topic tonight about people talking about peace while causing other people pain. While people talking about, and I said this earlier on TikTok, that's why I got some of this energy out. People run around here talking about, oh, we don't just, keeping it 100. Oh, just keeping it. Let me tell you something. A lot of you keeping it fake. A lot of you keeping it fake. A lot of you out here, you running folks down, and I'm heated. Let me lay another disclaimer, and I want to lay this one for real. What you hearing right now is coming from DONNIERLEWIS, aka the Louisiana country boy, but it's coming from me first. Okay, it's coming from me first. So you again, if there's an issue with it, come on to me, because I'm ready for it. A lot of folks out here, you running folks down, you're discrediting folks, you're tearing people's characters down, you doing all of this, but you hollering you got peace. Let me tell you something. If your peace that you claim that you got, your peace comes at the cost of somebody else's pain, baby, keep that peace to yourself. Keep that peace to yourself, because I don't know, you got peace, all right. You got a piece of something. But it ain't Heaven Express peace if it comes at the cost of ripping somebody else's character down. If it comes at the cost of trying to cause an emotional pain on somebody. If it comes at the cost of causing somebody spiritual pain. If it comes at the cost of causing somebody mental pain. What kind of peace is that? Why are you out here ripping folks, tearing folks, talking about at the same time? Ooh, I got my peace. Ooh, I'm at peace. But you over here, you got a problem with Jack. But you're going to run over here to Susan May and tell Susan May about the problem you got with Jack, but you at peace. So let me tell you something. My peace, I can't tell you about your peace. Maybe that is your peace, but my peace don't work that way. My peace don't work that way. I stand on what I say, 10 toes down. Let me tell you something. Personally, I have 4 exes. I got 4. Personally, ain't nobody finna come and discredit and talk about them to me. We're not finna have that conversation. I don't care if they don't never speak to me. I could care less if they never say a word to me. But what you not gonna do, because that's my peace. What you're not going to do is come to me and let me jump on the bandwagon with you to talk about somebody who was a part of my life. That ain't what you're going to do, because I'm at peace. And you and your foolishness ain't finna disturb mine. See, sometimes people bring you stuff just to see how you gonna be, how you gonna turn out, how you, I can take it over there because she might, she went along with it. Let me tell you, sometimes people be bringing you a plate to see if you're going to eat off of it. And if you're foolish enough to eat off of it, you ain't, no, come back talking about when I'm at peace. If you at peace, why they bringing you the mess? Let me tell you something. People understand when you're at peace because they ain't finna come around you with it. And for people to condone it in the name of keeping it 100, my co-host says it all the time, and I co-sign on it. Baby, it ain't about what you said when I'm in the room. What did you say and how did you defend me when I'm not? Oh, I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. I'm on a country roll. This mess, all of this ain't nothing but mess and stress. But people talking about peace. And I'm talking about from the Hollywood to the backwood. It ain't nothing but mess. And the only way mess keeps going is people keep condoning it. And nobody wants to put a stop to it. You just gonna sit over there and say, oh, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah, you do, because they brought it to you. You got something to do with it because they brought it to your front door.
That I have to pin you. I hear that phrase so much about it. I'm out of it. I ain't in it. You are, because they told you. You gotta say something. You can't just say. You just can't. You got. And I'm not saying you got to, but you really don't have to say nothing. But that makes you a part of the problem. Because one thing I do believe is that if you do say something, that person's gonna know I can't come back to her with that. And like you always say, co-host, well, for that person to act that way, I've never seen it. But what did you do? Did you do something? Did someone do something to make her her or him have that reaction?
Yes.
Say something.
No.
Well, they say if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything.
Fall for anything. And that's what we all, this nation, we all as humans are just falling for anything, just jumping into this mess, jumping into foolishness. Look, let me tell you something. If you got a problem with the country boy, baby, if you got an issue with me, baby, send me an inbox.
That
I ain't gonna bite your head off, but come to me. Come to me. If you got a problem with your neck, go over there. Because guess what? The only person that can fix what's wrong with me and what you have a problem with is me. You go and tell my mama, you go and tell my dad and my sister, they can't do nothing. Not a single thing. But too many times we sitting up here ripping people down, thinking that the simple fact that if I step on you, I'm gonna go higher. Liar.
Liar. Liza Minnelli, as my daughter say.
It's a lie. Baby, you stepping on me ain't gonna take you no higher. You stepping on the next person ain't gonna take you no higher. You trying to ruin somebody's character ain't gonna take you no higher. All it's doing is shining the light on your character. I told y'all I was hot tonight. I told you. That's why I put the disclaimer out there. Told y'all. We sit up and we discredit. We sit up and we talk about folks. We sit up in these little groups and these little
cliques,
whatever you call them, cliques.
Silos, cliques.
We sit up in these things and we talk about and discredit. It ain't nobody in there saying stop it. Stop it. Stop it and stop it now. Don't nobody want to stand in the clique. You know why you don't want to stand in the dadgum clique? Because you know as soon as you leave, they're going to talk about you.
Are you afraid they're going to talk about you?
Yeah, country boy hot. Country boy hot. I will never, ever, ever, I don't care personally, I don't care what the relationship with me and any of my exes has been, is, and shall be. I will never, ever, ever allow somebody to come to me and try to down them. It ain't happening, baby. Ever. I've been down that road. It ain't finna happen. Too many times. Too many times. By saying nothing, all you doing is keeping the nothing mess up. All you're doing, if you ain't saying you ain't welcome, obviously you're saying you're welcome. We have to grow up. We have to understand. I'm seeing these things that they talk about in all of the biblical. I'm seeing people turn against people. I'm seeing this, that, and the other. People have fallen in for the love of this world. People have fallen in for the, baby, you can't take none of this crap with you. Ain't none of this going with you. Nothing. Whatever you trying to step on somebody to get, baby, you can't take it with you.
Because it's not yours.
And we continually keep this up on a day-to-day basis. Continually separating and separating and separating and tearing folks down and being crucial and being this. Go to them and tell them, if you see your brother, your sister fail, baby, go over there and pick up that crown and say, here, let me, before you go over there, let me straighten that. But no, too many people walking behind you and trying to knock the crown off. And nobody says anything. Nobody says anything. Sitting, watching, waiting for an opportunity, waiting for the opportunity to pounce like a lion. What's wrong with us? What is wrong with us? How can parents go and talk about their children with other folks? How? How can sisters go and talk about their sisters with other folks? How? Why? Why would you do it? Why would you do it? Why would you allow this world to tear you apart when God put you together? Why? I'm just at that state where this stuff is enough. You sitting over here, you can see somebody in pain. You can see exactly what you're doing is tormenting somebody, but you don't stop, but you holler, I'm at peace. Oh, I'm at peace. But you see, and you go and you torment somebody. You go and you mentally and emotionally torment somebody purposely. That's the word, purposely. And come back. Oh, but I'm at peace. I'm in such peace. Where's your heart? Where is your compassion? See, I've gone through some things and had some people to do some things to me. But guess what? You know what that pain taught me? I would never. People say it all the time. Ooh, I'd never wish that on my worst enemy. You're a lie, because some of you doing it. You're wishing it on them. You're wishing it on them. And when you see them, you're the first thing to be like, ooh. But don't you remember when you had that pain? Don't you remember how you felt? Maybe that was God's. When I talk about the table, that was him preparing the table for you in the presence of your enemies. That was the time. So now when they're going through it, what do? Sit there and go like, oh, well, you know. Where's our compassion? Yeah, baby, I'm Jesus in the synagogue tonight. I'm turning over tables. I'm turning them over tonight. I'm turning them over. I'm turning over tables. We tear down everyone. We tear down leaders. We tear down our neighbors. We tear down people and do it all talking about keeping it 100 and talking about I'm at peace. What kind of peace is that? How can you sleep peacefully knowing the harm that you are causing somebody? Knowing the detriment that you are causing somebody, but you're talking about, well, I'm sleeping at peace. Well, let them find their own. They can't find it because you keep disturbing it.
Do you think some of the reasons, so when we think about people who don't speak up, when you see these things, when you see things like this happen, let's just say if someone um they literally see something rude, someone do something rude, and that's, let's just say their friend. Let's say country boy. You walk over, you do something really rude to somebody, and I'm standing there while you do it. I feel I may not have to confront you in front of all these people, but I did pull you to the side to say something. Why do you think some people don't and say things like, I ain't in that, they ain't in my business? Do you think they're afraid of being in the spot of that person who's been ostracized, or think they will be ostracized, or think people ridicule them too, so they're afraid of that, so they don't stand up? Or are they afraid of losing this, what they think is a friendship of this horrible person?
I think it's a combination of all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they have no moral character.
Mm-hmm.
They have no values.
Mm-hmm.
And that person really didn't mean crap to them.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't mean nothing to them. So it's okay for you to watch somebody fail because they really didn't mean nothing to me, no way.
Mm-hmm.
We really wasn't that close, no way.
Yeah.
But when you have a heart, and something happens and you see something, I've done it, right, wrong, indifferent. And I ain't saying that I'm no bigger, no better than anybody, but I've been on the other side as well. But where I am today, I've done it. If I see something, or I'm like, hey, I'm not finna, I don't have to call you out in public. I don't have to come bash y'all out in public. I don't have to do that. But what I can do is I can reach you on the side. Just like I told y'all, if y'all want to, and again, another disclaimer, if you want to call me out on here tonight, you can do it as well. I don't care. Call me in private, call me in public. I don't care.
Hey, do you know that number? I meant to put that today. Are we not set up?
Yeah, it is. I just don't know what it is.
I had it on my bulletin board, but it's gone. Okay. All right. All right. So, hey, I'm gonna just take a pin, Mr. The Louisiana Country Boy, to say, hey, if anyone has any comments, they want to talk to us, go ahead and we can always call you in. Oh, but you don't have a link, so that won't work either. I was gonna tell you to call in, but we don't have a number. So go ahead and put your comment down there. We would love to hear from you. Again, we're talking about speaking out. Where our topic tonight is causing pain to others. I mean, you will not find your peace by causing pain to others. It's something that it goes on every day, every day. I mean, it's a personal thing for all of us if we pay attention and open our eyes. I'm very upfront about this about stuff. Which is why my new podcast, that's Trend is True, is gonna be coming eventually. How long I've been talking about it, country boy? I know. Oh, there's the number. So if y'all want to call in and say something and get it off your chest, that's what we're here tonight, getting it off your chest. The number is 832-699-0408. I just want to take a minute to let country boy have a little out. I wanted him to come up for air. But yeah, it's crazy in what it does also. We talk a lot of us on Facebook talking about mental health, self-help, all this. What do you think you're doing to someone by just being mean? I mean, that's the word I come, or unkind, or country boy mentioned trying to discredit them, trying to, make them look bad to others. How would you feel if that person did something, or today that was the last time you had the opportunity to talk to them, and something awful, God forbid, happens to them? Things happen. We getting out of here, people getting up out of here every single day, and you should not want to be a part of the problem, the issue, the challenge. You should be part of the empowering part of the let's do this together, picking up your sister, picking up your brother, letting them know, hey, I love you. I don't know about them, but me and you good. But while you're doing that, also, if that person's not in the room to defend themselves, don't know what somebody's saying, you also need to be the person, because that's what proves your character. That's what proves who you are. What did you say when that person wasn't there to defend themselves and someone was dragging them down? What did you do? What did you say? Did you say anything? And I hear people say it all that. Some people that I really think are cool, and they use that term. I'm not in that. Ain't none of my business. I ain't in that. That's just not. That's not how that should work. And then I was in a book club. We were talking about some things, and they said one of the most toxic phrases is, "That's just how they are." That is one of the most toxic phrases to say. I know I used to be someone that says this, but that's not right. That's just, she's just rude anyway. So that's just how he is. You gotta just let that go. Oh, he's just a meanie. So it's cool. That's just how he is. But it's right. Country boys are right.
Let me tell you.
So be careful about the things. I'm sorry, about the things that come out your mouth when it comes to that. And I'm not saying get in no big fight with nobody. I ain't saying that either. But say something to defend the person. I said the word loyalty at work to some of my staff members, and they told my boss that I said something about them being loyal to me, which I didn't say, by the way. But what I did say, and I said to my boss, that I do believe in loyalty to not just me, to the whole entire team. We supposed to be picking each other up and moving forward so we can do better. So loyalty is something that I believe in, and I'm not going to remove that word from my vocabulary. Loyalty is a thing to me.
Agree. And I totally agree with that. I think that loyalty, and I believe that just because, listen, I'm not saying that you have to be friends and you got to be all buddy and all of that. I'm saying if you see something wrong, if you see something, say something. We teach our kids this: if you see something, say something. But here we are as adults, we don't say nothing. We see all kind of things and we don't say nothing, but we want to teach our kids, if you see something, say something. We want to teach them and tell them how to stand. Well, guess what? The example of standing is us. We are the examples. We're saying one thing. We're saying this, but we're doing that. We're saying this. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for what's right. But then what we're doing is something totally different. And then we wonder why our kids confused. Because we're confusing them.
And they watch what you do.
Yes. We are the leading examples for our children. But we say nothing. And I'm saying when you, no, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But it does. Because this society, we are all in this thing together. And I'm not talking about you got to go out in the street with a sign and yell all out, well, you know, oh, James is over there. No. But can you not? Can you not? If it bothers you enough that you can write a big old sign and go tell 100 people, you know, what was that I heard? What was that I heard? I'm trying to say it right. The guy said, if you have a problem with me, then call me. Well, I don't have your number, then you shouldn't have a problem with me.
I don't know you like that.
That's the part. Why would you have an issue with somebody that you can't even get in contact with? You don't even know how to reach them, but you got a problem with them? You're going to go out talking about them to everybody else, but you can't even get in contact with them. Why would you have a problem with them? Why are you allowing that? Now you talk about your peace. You talk about, well, I'm at peace, but you can't have peace while causing misery and pain to others. Tell me where in the scripture that's at. You causing misery and pain, but you have peace. Tell me where they say that at. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? When did we come up with this? When?
I guess that makes them feel better.
How?
Or make them feel okay by saying that. They probably don't have peace.
Here we go. I got it. Because we talked about it at work today. I actually brought this whole thing to work today. And I figured out what people are looking for. It ain't peace, it's just pleasure.
Okay.
People not at peace. They just have pleasure. They done found pleasure in that. They found pleasure in it. It wasn't peace. See, because pleasure is going to get that ice cream cone. Once you get it, you know, it was pleasure. But it fades. It fades. See, once you have that peace, it don't fade. Because you do everything you can to maintain it when you have it. You know, when somebody does something to you, maybe, and then they're going through something and you look at them and you see it, you get a little bit of pleasure out of seeing them suffer.
That.
Let's keep it real.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but which is why I wrote it down. I'm trying not to interrupt you. So I'm writing everything down. But I have to say that that's why people have told me a lot of times, you let people know your buttons. You let people know all of your buttons. And so when they finally see, oh my gosh, that was the right button, that pleasure is on them. Because I see, oh, she asking what I said. So she noticed. That means I got to her, or I got to him. So I think you're right. That gives them pleasure. First of all, you gotta stop letting people know about your buttons. If they can't call you on the phone, they should know what buttons to manipulate you or use you, right?
That's it.
And I'm going to mention something else though while we're saying that. We'll sit there and I think about this all the time. We'll talk about certain people on TV. There's the celebrities that we don't even know. We'll talk about stuff that they do that these same people are doing in real life. But oh no, I don't have nothing to do with that.
Yes.
Oh no, that don't have nothing to do with me. But on TV, you all in front of the TV, click, 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 to see every channel that this particular story is on.
It's true.
Right?
It's true.
No, they shouldn't have been doing it. They wrong for that. They shouldn't be treating them like that. But you ain't doing that in real life for people.
Sit up, have a whole conversation. You be to start what the hell to have a whole book group about it. You done had a whole group and y'all running a whole group about this that's going on over here, but you got it going on in your neighborhood. Here you are, you won't even address it at your house. You got it going on in your house, and you won't even go to the person. Here again, I'm gonna say it like I said before, baby. If you got a problem with me, call me. If you can't call me, why you got a problem? Why do you have a problem with me? If you can't reach me, then why do you have a problem with me?
Because I don't know you. You don't know me.
And too many of us are trying to take on people's stuff. We don't even know them. And we won't even deal with our own stuff. And we sitting out here beating people down, talking about people, crushing people's emotions, crushing people's spirits, sending people in mental turmoil.
That part.
And we are out here getting pleasure out of it and calling it peace. Calling it peace. It is for me right now. It's so disheartening to see it. So disheartening to see it. It is so disappointing to see how we're just growing further and further apart. How the anger and the hatred is just growing daily, daily, daily.
Daily. And you know how I was telling someone today, it's so funny we're talking about this now, but I was telling somebody today, we were just talking about different things at work and stuff. And I work in a school district that has a lot of stuff going on, right? And something recently happened that a lot of people disagreed with, right? Mm-hmm. Instead of, I'm gonna just say, you know me, instead of bitching and moaning about it, they came together as a group. And I shouldn't say it was just a lot of people that came and forced to say, this is not right. And out of all the things in this particular school district that no one could do anything about, this thing got turned over.
Yes.
Because people joined together to make this happen. Now, I know sometimes people join together for a negative cause, but they joined together for something that was right. And that this actually, and I haven't seen it since, the takeover, but this actually got turned over. So I'll tell somebody, you see what can happen if people come together. So what I think about is, and I talk about time, so it's no shame in my game. I was a part of a community that basically ostracized me or boycotted me per se, or like I can't even give it a dance event at this time because it's been, whatever's happened, whatever they did, which, I call them bandwagon riders, them folks that just follow along and they have no idea what's going on, but they want to follow along to get along with their people. I'm okay with being by myself when it comes to that. If somebody's treating somebody wrong, I don't have to be in that. I don't even want to. But what I was going to say about that is someone can't be boycotted. Someone can't be ostracized if there are people that stand up for what's right.
Yes.
If those people that stand up for what's right, you can beat the people that because it ain't but 2 or 3. It ain't but a few of them.
It's true.
You can shut them down and lift up the person that probably on a positive side, or probably trying to do things, good things, you probably could shut those people down.
Yes.
And I ain't saying ostracize those people. I ain't saying do anything bad or negative to them. It's just the fact that you're standing up for the positive. Well, what did this person do to cause this? So now why are you mad at this person? Now why are we not going to this person's stuff?
And have you gone to them?
Absolutely said.
And have you gone to them? And that's the one part people miss. Have you gone to them? Have you, I mean, you over here with me. I mean, baby, I can't do nothing about them. But now, hey, I mean, I hear you, but have you gone to them? Have you had this conversation that you so freely and openly want to have with me, because the question is, have you gone to them
them. Do they even know?
before you want to have this conversation freely with me? Have you gone to them?
Yeah.
Now, once you go to them, you have that conversation with them. Then you can come back over here, but because you're free right now, I don't know why you're so free and open to discuss whatever it is over here, but you ain't discussed it over there. Have you gone to them? Have you gone there? That is the thing, is that and that's been my heated, is trying to figure that out.
I was trying to make sure the number worked, but someone was trying to dial in. So okay, I'll make sure it worked.
Huh?
I was making sure the number worked because someone was saying something about dialing in.
Well, dial in. Come on up in here.
Y'all, come on. We want to hear you. We want to hear you. Give us your. It doesn't even have to be your story.
I got the oven on. I think I cut the heat on.
We love to hear from you. If you know what what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about this? Yeah, people can't stop. Yeah, it's just I even think about reality TV. I'm a reality TV fan. Sorry, but I get my drama from reality TV. But I think about two. So I'm not gonna say their names. I'm come after me. There are two sororities that they had a show. They had a reality show some years ago, and it was about sororities. It was they actually used the real names of these two. They used several sororities, but these two particular, very strong and powerful sororities, they had people from their organizations on this show. And I'm so sorry, that's why I'm not gonna say the names of these organizations, but some of what I saw, I really see it. Like I really see it in real life, the way they act. Some of them, not all, but some of the people within the organizations have these tendencies that I saw on the show. Long story short, these two organizations didn't want to be portrayed as such. You know what they did? They came together. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if I've ever seen a group come together to get some off reality TV anyway. And they did. They took the show off immediately. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Lucy was saying, my friend Lucy, when you were saying, dial me up, come on, dial me up. She was saying, yeah, dial me up. And I thought she was trying to dial up. She was commenting on you now. Don't dial me up. But yeah, it's just, I always wonder. And I don't know if the question will ever be answered for me. You hear a lot of people say people can be jealous or people can hate on you, and you get all that. But which is where I guess that's where I stop at, because most time I'd be like, what could they be jealous of in anything, in any capacity? What is it? Jealous that much to where you want to hurt someone, that bad? I don't know. I just think we need more people.
And and I say the same thing. If you have that, if that's your issue, if the issue is something that this fella has said, if the issue is that you see me, then all you have to do is come and have see, a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff and fluff would be removed if you just eliminate all the stuff in between and just go and say, you know what, I thought that you were like this, and this is what I was thinking. Not that I know, okay, because folks that don't know you don't know. All they can say is I was thinking. This is what I thought. This is what I felt. This is because I don't know for sure, because the only way you know for sure is to know somebody. So when you move all the stuff and the fluff, and you go and say, hey, this, you talked about a show that you did with an artist that had a skin disease or something, and people were saying, this is what I thought, because you don't know me. Because at any point you could have came to me. You could have came and say, hey, But you chose not to. You chose to go over here and tell a million people, oh, I think they rude. Oh, I think they stuck up. Oh, I think they this. You think, but do you know? What
Do
is it
you
that
know?
you know?
Have you had a conversation with that person at all?
Move the stuff in the fluff.
And
But you're
go ahead,
hollering
sorry.
peace. But you hollering peace. You steady hollering you at peace. You steady hollering, but I think that but you're hollering peace. Well, I feel like, but you're hollering peace. Peace is no.
Peace is
Peace ain't
what?
thinking. Peace is knowing. Peace ain't thinking, and peace ain't feeling. Peace is knowing. I'm at peace. I don't think that I'm at peace. I don't think that I'm at peace, but I know I'm at peace. I know that I'm not going to be tossing and turning because of something I said to somebody, or somehow I went and tried to, let me undermine somebody. Let me do this because, I don't like them because so-and-so said. That's what mama used to say. I don't know who so-and-so is. Well, so-and-so said this about them, and I think it's true.
That and carrying some water in a bowl, in a jug of something that you don't know, but someone's told you about someone. That's why you don't know if this is true. So you carried on this, and I'm just gonna go real dark. I'm gonna go real dark because I mentioned something about alopecia, and before I get to the dark part, a friend of mine, she has alopecia, but I didn't know what she had, but I never knew, but I never asked because I was never comfortable. But what I didn't do is go tell people, oh, I think she has or she has. I never said that. But when she came on my show, once I found out, um, she came on my show and talked about it. And I out loud publicly said, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you said that, because I said, I never asked you and I didn't say anything, but in my mind, that's the first thing, because you don't know. So you don't go out passing these not secret, what's rumors around. But what I was gonna say is that, and I'm gonna go dark for a minute, probably dark. People would say it's dark, but it's actually true. So when we talk about, mental health is really, it's something that I think, but it's a passion for me. Trying to make sure that we don't push people over the edge. You don't know where people are in their lives. You know they could be smiling and grinning and going on out here in the world, because sometimes being out there in the world, for me anyway, socializing is something that gets my mind dancing. Music gets my mind off a lot of things that's going on in my life or have been going on in my life, and that's my peace. But for someone to get out there and you're mean and ugly to them, and they got to go back home to where it's dark and lonely, maybe suicide is on the rise. You know what I mean? And that is the realest thing that I'll probably say about this conversation, is that what you doing out there can cause a huge effect on someone who is at the edge. Have you ever, and I'm just going to be really, really real, really, really real. I probably shouldn't, but I am. Sometimes I'm walking in my house just thinking, God, nobody likes me. And I'm just thinking about nobody likes me. And all I've done is try to have a good time, try my best. I'm not perfect, but I walk around, or I'm driving. And it's been a lot lately because I've been hearing lots of things. I'll be thinking to myself, and family included, wow, just nobody likes me. Nobody likes me. I'm in the bed. And you think about what's going on. You're like, what did I do to make nobody like me? Like, no one would know how that feels, to feel that people just don't like you really for no reason.
Right.
And I don't think people understand the pain that it causes someone who wants to do good, who likes people, who just want to do things to make people happy. Events, dancing, doing serving. Service is the thing, serving my community, just service. And then you got to hear things that people are saying about you, or you have an event and just nobody comes. you walk away with, wow, these people really don't, who likes me? Who likes me? And it's a hurtful feeling, you know? And I don't think they think about what they're causing and the hurt and the harm that they're causing to people. And I'm speaking my truth, but can you imagine how many others have that same truth? And because I have outlets. I have people that I can talk to, people I talk to, that probably be so sick of me, Donnie Lewis, the Louisiana country boy. They be so sick of, um, but the thing about it is, how Donnie says people don't know you.
Yes.
Once someone gets to know you, they can hear what you're saying because they know what you're going through. They know you're not just somebody venting and just talking and not trying to come up with results. They know you and they know your personality. They can feel your hurt and your pain if they're your true friends. So they know what you're dealing with, you know. And I'm not saying don't be truthful with the person that's needing to talk, but I have some outlets that I do utilize, some people to speak out to. And sometimes they don't say nothing back. I be mad. But no, sometimes they don't say nothing back, but they hear me out. So I said all that to say, what about those people that don't have an outlet?
Yeah.
And they're feeling the way that I feel, that nobody in the world likes you. You know, everybody's against you. Every day there's someone you find out that don't like you. Every day there's somebody you've heard said something bad about you. If that person doesn't have an outlet or they have someone that they know just truly loves them, what kind of damage do you think, it does damage to my little head and my little heart, but for someone who doesn't have anybody, what do you think that could do to them? What kind of harm does that? You go to bed crying about this stuff sometimes. You can meet some people out there that's just strong and again grinning and having a good time. They're the life of the whole party. But when they go home, they're going home by themselves. And if they don't have some of the outlets that I have, what do those people do? And you've hurt them. You've talked about them. You've made sure that they know that you don't like them. You've talked about them to people. You've spread rumors that are untrue. You've said these things to make you feel good about yourself because maybe there's something about them that you're missing inside, which I learned that last week, which has made me feel better. Is that thing that, you know what, there's got to be something in you, so and so and so and so, that this person has got to do all that for no reason, something that they missed out their life. Yep. And I know that sounds really cliche, but that is really the truth. It is the truth. It is something that, some brightness, some joy. There's something in you, people out there, that this person that needs to talk about you or keep the conversation going, whatever it is that they're doing, there's something that they see in you that they wish they had in themselves. So,
and you said it, and there's the hammer to the nail, is because it's those very ones that turn into the ones that are the ones out here sucking the others, because they're in so much pain within themselves. They're in so much pain, but they're hollering peace, and they shining this peace thing. But what they are is now they're finding pleasure, because now I've made somebody feel exactly what I feel.
Someone who is the life of the party, somebody who is this big bright figure that you think that they're this big bright figure. I've brought them down to feel like me. Or this is the other one I want y'all to get. I want y'all to take this home with you. You've made other people feel like you think other people feel about you.
Yes.
You've helped turn people against this person to make this person feel like they're nothing, or to make them feel like there's nobody to support them. Make them feel like they're always the one in the wrong.
Yes.
That is a joy. And so those of you who do that, who say, oh, she must have did something wrong. If she must have did something wrong. Or you continue to ride along when bandwagon riders. You continue to ride along with the person that's doing the talking, doing the
Yes.
ugliness. How do you think the person that's not? How do you think that person feels when they see you still want to be connected to that? That makes that person feel super lonely for one thing, but it also makes that person think about it. You internalize it. You internalize it and say, wow. And it makes you think, or that person think that you really did it. You know what I mean? It makes you feel like, well, if they still hanging out with this person that they know did me bad, or they know they did so and so bad, or they know so and so did this person bad, but they still want to be around them. What is that about? And that goes back to the fear of being disliked, fear of, which I don't get that. For me, I can read it and I know that that's what the books say, but for me, I don't want to be connected to somebody like that. I mentioned last week when we talk about bringing energy. They say, "Oh, I match energy." I used to say, if I got a shirt that say I match energy, and I realized I don't really want to match their energy. I don't want to be someone. And I'm gonna just say, there's a band that told me last week, well, 2 weeks ago, these people talked to me, a band that I just loved. I loved them. I still will always love them because just because you do somebody does you bad, that don't mean you stop loving them if you really ever love them in purpose. But they knocked me out, and I felt it. I took it. I took all they gave me, but I was still walking around in this mode of, I don't know what the mode was, but what I'm gonna say is I know now, after reflecting and thinking and praying, I don't want to return their energy. Because what they did to me, besides rip my heart out, uh, they stomped on my vision by saying to me that they only want to work with people that have high expectations like they do. So what does that say? What does that say? And then that's when after a couple of days of, you have to reflect I said, oh my gosh, I am somebody that I'm gonna use the word, my ministry, and what I love to do, my passion is to find new people out here in this world and give them a platform for people to see them perform or see them do this or see them do that. And that is what I want to do. So for someone to tell me that I don't have the high expectations that they have, I realize I don't want to be that. I don't want to return that energy. Right. I don't ever want to be the person that tears down somebody's dream. I don't ever want to be in that space. And so for them to do that to me and matters any of those other things that I've said as far as positive things about things that you may have done for people, whatever, you got to take that all out the way to say, at the end of the day, though, I don't want to be like that. Miss Trina, Renee, Williams, and Lowry, I never want to be the person that would deter someone for doing something they would love and want to do. I don't ever want to tell someone that your expectations are not high enough for me because you may have just started. So now I've shut your dream down. Right. I never, and again, and those words stayed in my head, country boy, stayed like they would. And then you sit back and you think, and because you're praying too. So when you're praying, good things are coming in. And that's when I came up with one. Wait a minute, hold on. Sierra in here right now, but I could go get it. Let me adjust this crown that's been placed on my head. Yes. And let me remember who I am. And as you say all the time, whose kid I am. And then let me remember the things that I do for people out of my heart. Not for money, because y'all know, child, I tell everybody, don't nobody pay me nothing, but you finna start paying now. But they paid me nothing, they lost money on things, all that. So when I think about that, that's when I have to realize, okay, I'm a good guy. So I'm gonna keep on moving. I'm gonna keep on moving and strolling. But anyway, all of that just to say that we just gotta be careful of the words we use towards two people in conversations. You can be mad all day, but you've got to be careful about the words that we use.
Amen.
I'll get off
Amen.
my soapbox.
No, I totally agree. You know, and I will say this, and I ain't the biggest, the baddest bear in the jungle. But what I would say is this: is I'm gonna defend, and I'm gonna call them all my cubs. I'm gonna defend my cubs. You're not finna come around here. You're not finna come, and I don't care. And when I say my cubs, I don't care if I know the cub. I don't care if it's a cub that's over yonder. You're not finna to come to me and try to tear down someone else. You're not finna come here and try to have me jump on your bandwagon while you no, it's not finna happen. It is not finna happen. It's not finna happen. Not with this old boy right here. I said it in the beginning, I said it in the middle. I don't care what my exes, I be that gum. Ain't nobody. You ain't finna come here and we laugh and giggle about the pain that they're suffering.
Right.
It ain't finna happen.
We're not finna have tea. We're not finna have dinner or tea.
None of that.
Why we talking about
now that's the part. That right there, me and God had to work on the table with that right yonder. That right there, that's the table thing. Cause this fella right here has the limit. Cause I'm not finna sit up and allow. I know how I have felt. I know what I have endured. Mm-hmm. There's no way I'm gonna sit up with you while you putting on somebody what I have. The man.
Yep.
I've got the knife wounds.
Yeah.
And I am not gonna sit up here and just ride with you while you stabbing somebody else. Because I know what the pain feels like.
How does it make you think it makes you look that you ride with somebody that's discrediting or saying something bad about someone that you are in contact with, whether friend, family, whatever? How do you think you look?
You know, and I will again. I'm not telling everybody to do what I do. I'm just telling you what I do from my heart. If I see something and I will reach out and be like, hey, you know what? That right there, or that post that you put up there, or this thing right here. I don't address it. I address the person and say, you are better than allowing that. What you just said, now you allowing them. What you've just done is people talk about letting God in. Now you done let the other stuff in, okay? You done let the evilness in. You done let you open that door and let it in. You cannot allow people to manipulate and coerce you into acting like they. Let me tell you something. When people figure out what you said earlier, when they figure out what your buttons are, when they figure out what controls you, what controls your emotions, then they can control you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically, because now they can have you doing stuff because they know what controls you. You are the puppet and they are the puppet masters.
On that same note too, same thing. The word is manipulation. So the one that's in the wrong sometimes manipulates those people into, I'm just going, this is something personal, so it's really funny to me. It's hitting me hard. They crying. Somebody confronts you about something you did. You get these big old out, and I want to curse, but I'm not gonna curse because I love you. Nah, yes, I am. These big ass crocodile tears about something don't even have. That's your reason for doing this stuff that you're doing, and people fall for it. I told a little girl at work one day. Well, she ain't a little girl; she's a grown one, but she's younger than me. Okay, so when you finish crying, we can finish this conversation. Because when you caught, what do they do? What do a lot of people do? They go with them damn crocodile tears. Yeah. And I just sat there patiently. Let me know when you're through so we can continue the conversation. You need some tissue?
Right. Exactly.
So when you finish, we got to finish this difficult conversation we're having. We got to finish it. You're not going to manipulate me. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I got a child, a woman was crying today with me, but when I know you did something wrong, Don't come to me with them crocodile tears now because you done got caught.
Right.
And what tickles me and blows my mind is how many people fall for the manipulation of that.
Right.
You didn't come to them to confront them about something that they did. They flipped the script quick, like a man. I'm sorry, but like a man. They flipped the script real quick, gaslight, and flip the script on you so hard the way you turn on the person that you know.
Yeah. And you're so right. You know, this last thing just hit me, and I'm gonna say it. You
Okay.
know, not defending one way or another, but I'm gonna say this: we have leaders, we have, and my brother's on here, so I'm gonna say this, and not in defense of, but just saying, we have ministers that may do whatever. Okay. Why you got to go to 50 members of the congregation if you have a problem with your minister? That's all y'all. That's every one of y'all. I don't care who you is. If you got a problem with your pastor and he your pastor, yeah, pastor, you call him any other time. But you got a problem with him.
No, they say pastor,
you got a problem with him? Now, when you have a problem with him, you want to tell everybody in the church what's going on. But when you got a problem in your life, you want to sneak to him privately and have a private conversation. Go
yes, absolutely.
You don't want him to, you don't want him out there telling your stuff, but Lord, let me tell you, woo, did y'all hear? Let me tell you again. I'm calling it down the middle. I'm umpiring. I'm calling balls and strikes.
Oh gosh, you calling them
balls
you on the roll. You on the roll. You on the roll.
Strikes. I'm calling balls and strikes straight down the middle. Let me tell you something. But you over here. Now you know. You got your child will lie, steal, and cheat. You know it, but you want to go and talk about what Miss Mary's child over there doing. Take care of yours. Call it down the middle. Call it down the middle.
Those glass houses, them glass houses.
Oh, no, there's a strike. Handle your house, but you want to tell everybody else about what somebody else's child did. But you know what yours is doing. But you know he just be like, what you say? Oh, that's just how. No, that ain't how he is. That's how you letting him be.
That's that phrase. That toxic phrase. That's just how they are.
That's how you are letting them be.
That's how you're
letting them be. But you're still hollering. You still hollering. Oh, but I'm at such peace. You finding pleasure when somebody else is going through the pain. You finding pleasure because you know yours has been just the ruggedest of the rugged. Because you feel like you was in it by yourself. Now you see somebody else going through it. But instead of having a heart, because you know the pain that you felt, you find a little bit of pleasure because you got somebody else on that boat with you. That ain't how it works.
That's it. That's bringing this full circle. Because the other thing, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying we out here cutting people at the knees, out here running rumors, out here running. Somebody tell us something. Boy, what's that girl name? The track star girl. What's her name? The fast girl. I can't remember the name. Sha'Carri. We out here running with rumors like Sha'Carri.
What we say?
Huh? We out here running with rumors like Sha'Carri. Like she was running.
I'm so slow. I'm slow. I'm sorry.
We out here.
That's the twist of humor.
We got rumors and we just gone trying to find out who we can take them to. We got mess. We got bags of mess just running, seeing where we can take them to. Why don't you take that mess to the where it started at? What, you got a problem? You got a problem? You got a problem with them over here? Then go to them with it. Go to them.
Yeah.
This right here, this right here offended me. Let me tell you something. I said it before. I say it again. My mama can't fix what I did to offend you. My cousin, my best friends can't fix what I did to offend you.
Nobody can.
But instead of you coming to me to say this that you did offended me, you want to take it and then you want to add to it and you want to put some more stuff in it. Then you want to go find some more stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Let me put this over here. Let me go back to when they did this. And let me find some other people that can co-sign with this. Did they do you like that too?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Now I want to take all this mess to somebody else.
That's gonna listen, because they gotta listen, because they won't have nobody to talk to if you don't listen. You gotta not listen. That was good. That was good. That was good. I think about when I said that too about people not speaking up. You standing right there. True story. You standing right there, and you see someone doing something that's very, very rude, and this person that's doing the rudeness is your friend. My thing is, okay, they can do the rude thing, but as soon as the people that's standing there, as soon as they leave, I'm gonna say, "Come here, no, why you do that? That was just not cool." Now, if they continue to do this thing, we're not gonna be friends. And let me say this: I'm gonna say, "Hey, how are you?" But I'm going to back away because I don't want to be connected. I don't want to be connected with anybody who has that behavior on a regular basis. And my children are that way as well. Talking about the word loyalty, them girls got it. And I'm not talking about me and my family. I'm talking about them with their friends. And I remember them coming home to tell me things that happened to people at school, being bullied, them coming to say to me, well, I was like, why y'all bothering them? They ain't did anything to you. Yes, that was what our point was. That's what we wanted our kids to learn. That kind of stuff. You don't jump on the bandwagon. And that's why I call people bandwagon riders. Well, they hear a little piece and they jumping on that story because unfortunately, country boy, some people want that popularity.
Well, you know what the word says. You know what the word say. The word says bad company corrupts good character. That's the word. Now, y'all, if y'all don't believe the word, then take it up with the man upstairs, okay? I'm just telling you what he said. Bad company corrupts good character. Act like you're all good, but let me tell you, but you got a good character, but you continually hang around in bad company. Let me tell you, all right, let me take a country. Keep on hanging around the cesspool. You just keep on you get your little lawn chair and you want to sit around there. Eventually, you're going to start to smell stanky because you've been hanging around the cesspool. I didn't say you got in it.
You were just around it.
But you was around it.
Good one.
You just around it. You wanted to stay around it. So eventually, you're going to start to smell just like it.
Mm-hmm. And that's what people don't get. They don't get that part. They don't get. I know they have the satisfaction of seeing you hurt or seeing the satisfaction of tugging the puppet strings, playing the puppets with everybody around them. But they, at the end of the day, they don't see also how it can come back, how it's gonna come back around.
Yeah.
Just like you and I both have said that we've been there. We know how it hurts. We know how it feels. It makes me wonder, you know how they say hurt people, but it makes me wonder, have any of these people not been hurt? Because if you've been hurt, why would you want to put that pain on someone else?
I got to go one more place. I got to travel down one more road. I'm going to travel down one more road and I'm shutting up. One
more road, okay.
I'm going to travel down one more road. Let me tell you something. If you've been in 5 or 6 different places, okay? If you've been in 8 or 9 different relationships, if you've been on 20 different jobs, and when you got there, you say, "Ooh, this is so peaceful," but after a while, you say, "Ain't no peace here." Understand something. If everywhere you go, when you get there, it's peaceful, but after a while, with your presence, it starts to become unpeaceful. If everywhere you go, all of a sudden it was peaceful when I got here, but now all of a sudden your peace is being disturbed. What I need for you to do is simple math. Country boy like simple math. What's the common denominator between all them places? Maybe it ain't the places or the people. Maybe it's not that they, it, them disturb your peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you didn't even have no peace when you went there. Understand that.
I want to read this. Somebody's text. Gigi. Hi, Gigi. How are you? We are hopeless without a relationship with God because they talked about Jesus Christ. We are not any better. We're not any better. Bible says, if God be for us, who can be against us? That is the only thing that gives me strength to carry on when I'm in that lonely place. Good one, Gigi.
And
but I will say this. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and you say it often, and I understand that everybody is not in that. Everybody doesn't have.
That's what I was just about to say.
Everybody doesn't have it. Everybody doesn't.
Yeah.
Everybody really doesn't, and that's just truthful and honest. Everybody ain't gonna sit up here and say like I will. I'm fighting for mine. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Daddy about fighting. Daddy about fighting. If you are in the fold or out of the fold, Daddy about fighting. I'm fighting like a lion. I'm telling you right now.
And it's nice to have that. I mean, for anybody, for someone to know that you have someone on your team, that you always have somebody on your team that's going to. I don't want to say defend. You don't necessarily need people to defend. Well, no. Yes, you do. You need when I'm not in a room, and I think I expressed this to you that I got to see this play out. What last week, the week before last, that someone did, to do that. I think I've seen that happen twice, and that's sad. In my whole life, I've seen it happen twice. And I'm gonna give these two shout outs. With this one shout out, I have a friend. Her name is Shelly Dijon, and she went to the nail shop. This just to show you how you can. Let me just tell you the story. Shelly Dijon, she was in a nail shop. This has been many years ago. So we used to have this place we used to go to called Club Divas. Anyway, she was in a nail shop getting her nails done. It was some lady beside her talking about Club Divas. So of course, since I was there, like she said, "Oh, my friend Trina always in that store. Do you know her?" And she's like, "What Trina?" And she's like, "Trina." And the girl said, "Oh yeah, I know her, but she don't talk to me." Shelly said, "Trina, little Trina that talked to everybody, you must did so, because Trina talked to everybody unless somebody do something to her. Then she don't talk to you." And that was what I'm saying. Something. So that girl was in there in this nail shop. No telling who else was in the nail shop listening to this conference. You see what I'm saying? How that could have went.
Mm-hmm.
Someone was there and decided to speak up. Not that you don't even know this one, but they spoke up and said, "No, yeah, Trina got her ways, but she really don't talking to people unless they've hurt her feelings or done something that." Or those are the little bit. You don't have to fight nobody, but you gotta stand up for stuff.
Yes, it's just standing up for right. I mean, and that is what this was about. Is for me when this came,
standing up for right.
Standing up for right. People hollering about this peace while causing chaos and pain and disturbing.
Do you think they know that they're not at peace?
Who know that they ain't at peace?
Do those people that we're discussing, do you think they really know that they're not?
Yeah, they know that they ain't got no peace. They sit up here in front of you. Know you ain't at peace because peace don't have you going out. Again, peace don't have you going out trying to destroy people. Peace does not have you going out hurting people purposely. Peace does not have you going out trying to mentally, emotionally, and spiritually corrupt people. That's not what peace does. Peace don't go out saying, "Ooh, I'm finna chop them down because I think they too high and mighty." That's not what peace does.
But
I think they need to be brought down. I think they need to be brought down a notch. And who are you to bring them down?
Maybe and I'm just saying it because I think people are. You know how I feel, but I do wonder. I really do. I really do think. I do wonder sometimes, do they know what they are doing to
Yes.
people? Do
Yes.
they know that how they go
Yes.
home with this
Yes.
mental thing?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So you're not
Because
giving them
it's not, I
no
ain't giving them none. I ain't giving them none. I told you I'm on country roll tonight. I told you I'm dressed in camouflage. Okay, I'm coming. I'm snipering. I'm coming like a sniper. Okay.
Yeah.
Those are people who have been hurt and who have not decided to go on the healing journey. So they're trying to fill their bag with more people and get it's that thing. It's that thing. It's like an addiction. It's like an addiction because it's their pleasure pill. It's their pleasure pill, and their pleasure pill fills them. Ooh, I done brought me one down. So they got their little play. They got their little fix by hurting somebody. They got their little fix by causing somebody some pain. They got their little fix by saying like, ooh, knocked another one off their pedestal. They got their little fix. Again, peace ain't like a little fix. When you at peace, they found pleasure in it. Yes, they found some pleasure in it, but they didn't have no peace. They didn't have no peace. And that's why they had to go to the next and to the next and to the next and to the next. Because what they keep doing, they got to get that fix. They got to get that pleasure fix. Because if they don't get it, then they have to look at themselves and the pain that they have endured. Because what that thing is doing is, bam, it's covering up theirs. I ain't got, bam. I don't feel so
They
less.
keep up all this over here. Nobody's really looking at them and what they're doing. Yeah, I get
I
that.
don't feel so less and so inferior anymore.
Which is why when it's happening, which is something that I have to learn, that we all have to learn, that's why we got to keep on walking with our head up high, crown on, and keep it moving. Because if we don't, they know they got us. They know they got to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is something I have to definitely work on. Because I be mad. And you know what? And I disguise my pain with anger. Um, is what I do. I kind of describe it that people will think, or people think, she's tough or she's whatever these terms are people say. Sometimes I use that to mask.
That's it.
Like someone like like I'm thinking I don't think I have any more masks that you have that you can't see through. But you just I think you be know. I don't remember what happened someday. You was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, nothing. What's wrong? Something happened. I can tell, like people know when there's something going on, no matter how much you mask it. But I'm saying that to say that those of you who have been in the position of people trying to do those things, it's hard as hell, and I don't really like it because it's fake. But we do have to keep walking with our heads up high and not allowing those people to bring us down to the level that they want us to be at, because it does gratify them. It gives them a high. All of those things that they need from being a part of this mess, being a bandwagon rider, all that stuff, you're giving them that opportunity
That's
by
why
going
it's
in,
so important.
sulking, looking sad, sitting by, or even me. I am an avoider. There's a place that I frequently attend to where there's some of those people there that I have made a decision real quick. You know what? I'm gonna just stop going for a while. But then I realized, I like to dance. That's kind of my happy place for dancing. So I can't give them give them what they want by saying I ain't going no more. Or just different things that we just have to find a way to, again, prayer. I don't know if that's
That is why it's so important. That's why it's so important when the scripture says, put on the full armor of God.
armor of God.
That's why it's so important. That's why, because them people coming out there trying, they shooting.
They shooting.
They shooting. They shoot
And
at
not
country
rubber
boy.
darts.
Oh, country boy ready for the shoot, baby, because I'm gonna look at you like you done lost something.
Yeah.
But it takes that time. Everybody can't, and I'm not saying that to say, well, everybody can get here. It took me the longest to understand. When I say you have to unlock your power within, understand that there's power within you.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to have that power within you to withstand these things because it's coming. And I know I have been on the other side where you man, that it hits you. It hits you, and people say this, man, and you feel like, wow, I'm worthless.
That.
I had somebody, I had somebody walk into a house and walk into a house I was living in and call me a clown in front of my kids. Crushed.
Yeah.
Crushed. But what it taught me and what I gained from it and what I gleaned from that field was I know how it feels. So I will daily, I would never put on anyone what someone has put on me. Be it friend or foe. You can always count that this one right here, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Because being in the trenches, having the stabs from the knife, having the cuts of the words, I know what it's like. Having your emotions crushed by someone, having your mentalness squeezed, having your spiritual faith tested. Baby, I would never allow someone to do it to another. Because let me tell you, we don't have to go to the cross because Jesus went for us.
That part.
He endured that pain. He endured that pain. We don't have to go to the cross and hang on the cross because he hung for us. That's why he fights for us. That's why I fight for people, because I know what the pain is like. I know what the emotional pain is like. I know what the mental pain is like. I know what the spiritual pain is like. So heck no, you ain't coming over here with it, baby.
Yeah.
Be it my co-host, be it my child, be it one of my exes, be it somebody who has talked about me like a dog, you still ain't finna come over here and bring nothing about them here. Ain't happening. Even though they stabbed me, I'm not finna let you stab them.
Yeah, them. That. Exactly. And that may be too another reason why sometimes people may feel some type of way, because if you are that person, because if I had to, if I had to say one of my weaknesses is that I don't really like you if you did something to somebody I love. I don't really like you. I might, and I'm trying to get there. But at this moment where I am, to do with you. If you hurt somebody that I love, I really don't. It's a girl. It's a girl my sister used to be friends with a million years ago. And I'll never forget, me and my ex, we were at like a corner store, and she did something to my sister. I don't even remember now what it was, but we was at the corner store, and my husband was banging on the window to tell me to say hi to her. I sat in the car like this, looking straight. It wasn't even in the I was looking straight forward. He standing knocking on the window, and she standing there waving like a fool.
Yeah.
You girl. No matter I was much younger, but that's how I roll. You don't get a chance to hurt someone that I love. That's my mama, my daddy, my son, especially my mama, my daddy, my children, my sister, my ex husband. You don't get a chance to do that to them. But what I had to learn too, and even so I have a few friends, you're my friend. I may have 1, 2 other friends in my life that I would say that about. Those are people that mean a lot to me. So you don't get to do that to them. And I know about it. If I know about me, you can do it, but don't talk to me no more. And yes, that's probably not the right thing, but I'm growing. I ain't there. I'm on a journey. But you don't get to do that to them. I don't even want to hear your story. What my people said is what I go with. And if you hurt them, I don't have to know another story. All they have to do is say, they hurt. So and so hurt me. So I'm done. I'm done. But I had to learn that that's me.
Right.
Like what you said earlier, that's you. This is me. And I had to learn, and I'm still learning it. I can't, my mom said it all the time, you can't expect others to do what you would do.
Right.
I can't expect everybody to be like I am, because that's just how I am, and it's automatic. That's just how my body works. I don't have to do with you. Hey, what's up? And I might give you that. Depending on where, I'm not gonna embarrass you and just not say anything.
Right.
Hey, what's up? And that's all I got for you. And I think if the world had a little bit of more of that, just a little bit, I think things would be different. If you, like I told you about boycotting, which is a big deal, boycotting somebody in their business and boycotting, that's taking money out of somebody's pocket. That could be so, even if it's something for free or something someone does as a passion, you're taking their passion away. You're taking away the hard work that they did to plan this event or whatever it is. And for you to do that, no, you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that to people I know. And I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't want to have anything to do with someone who would do such evil things to people. But I cannot expect you to do what I would do. Those people that I defend, that I say you can't do none of them, I'm through with you. I still have to work on not having that expectation of others.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I think that's for me, that's probably the hardest out of all the lessons in life or places that I need to get to in life, is the thing that my mama always preaches, that you can't expect others to do what you do. Because you can't. They don't have to do what you do. Amen. They don't have to. So yeah. Amen. I think this was a great conversation. Child, this was therapy. Look, this was therapy.
I told you I had something to get off my chest. I got
you got it off your chest. You got it off your chest, and I'm so glad. I didn't know what to think, because what's funny is, you called me. But I have a show this week on Thursday that my boy Chris Freeman, and he owns Club Manat. This is not a disclaimer. What is this? A commercial, I guess. I'm advertising. Thursday, he called me last week. I love when people call and say, I want to be on Chat with Trina. But anyway, he called and said, I need to get on your show again. I said, okay, cool. Because it's been a while since we talked, so that's what we need to catch up. He said, I need you to say that I'm going to be real and raw. And raw. I want to just tell it all. Okay, let me get your put together. You got Thursday. My show on Wednesday, but we gonna do Thursday. So I'm gonna go under the bridge, and we're gonna have this show. But anyway, so it was funny today when you saying, "Oh, I'm ready for tonight." I was like, "Lord, what is this going on?" Okay. But no, in all seriousness, it was a great show, and I knew it was a great topic. Once I knew we were talking about the show, great topic. I think it's a conversation that could go on and on and on and on with people, because there's so many pieces.
Yes.
To that. So many pieces. But what I would love to do, I've been wanting to have, I always want to have panels. It's just so hard to pull people together. I would love to have a panel of this discussion.
Yeah.
I would love to hear other people's thoughts and opinions about this same topic. Because I still, and Miss Julie said, yeah, they be knowing what they do. But I want to, and I hear you say that here. But I would really want to hear other people say, maybe I did this and I knew what I was doing. Or, yeah, I heard somebody and I didn't realize what effect that was going to have on somebody.
Yeah. What?
Because you told you I'm not perfect. And I think the most non-perfect thing for me is I don't want to talk to you no more. If you heard somebody that's a part of my life like that, is in my heart like that, I don't really want to talk to you no more. Period. I don't want to hear it. And I don't even have to know everything that happened. I didn't know you heard the one.
hey, I'm and again for me, mine is this. For me personally, whether I know, whether we have been together, whether we have been friends, whether we have separated, whether we've been apart. Even if I ain't talked to you in 20 years,
right,
I'm still not going to let anyone come and cause harm to you. Not because of you, but because of what I've been going through, and I know what the pain is like.
Yeah. Good point.
That's the whole difference. I know what the pain is like. So I'm not finna allow anybody to throw you in a fire. And I sit there and say nothing and go along with it. And I'm sitting there with the gas can. Because some folks sit there with the gas can while they throw, and then they be trying. What mama used to say, some folks will throw a rock and hide their hand.
They will. Oh my gosh, they do. But they don't hide good enough because you be knowing who they are.
And all I'm saying is this, is that for me, from my heart, from what I have experienced in my life, my defense is because of what my why is because I will be everything I wished I had.
Yeah. That. So you want to be that support that you didn't have.
I will be there. I will be there. You ain't got to know me. You could be, I don't care. They could be like, oh, well, what? I'm going to look at you like you're crazy. Why is you coming telling me? Do you know them? Had you had a conversation with them? And why is you telling me they business?
That.
I'm not going to allow people, not on my watch, baby. That on anybody else's watch. That's your watch. I ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. But what I know for me, the buck stops here. I'm not going to allow you to sit up and talk about and run down and discredit. Not on my watch. I can't stand for nobody else. I can only stand for me. I can only stand for where I've been and what God has brought me to. That's mine. And that's no different than how we end the show. When I say I love you and I love you unconditionally, baby, you ain't got to stand for me over there because you got to answer for you.
What we always say
for you. I got to answer for me. If I have the opportunity to defend you and say, hey, hold up, we not doing that. Or hey, maybe you need to check yourself on that right there. I'm not coming at you. Again, I ain't coming at you like I'm big, bad, and bold, but I'm coming at you out of love. And that's what too many people miss. Nobody want to go to nobody in love. I'm coming to you out of love, probably because you don't know how to love yourself. In order to love somebody else, you got to love yourself. So you be like, hey, you know what, man, you saying that.
You and I always talk about what you just mentioned was that when you said that you have to answer for yourself. If you get a chance to climb up them stairs to go on up there, they not gonna ask you what so and so. Nope, but what did you do? What did you do? I don't care about what they did. I'm gonna deal with them when I get to them. But what did you do? How did you handle this? How did you handle that? But he did, and she, and what I'm asking, you and I tease about that all the time.
I'm gonna say this, and then I'm done. We can close for the night. We talked about peace and pleasure. My peace calls me, yes, I've done some things, but my peace, to be at peace, sometimes my peace, a lot of times through this journey, my peace calls me to go back to the ones that I've done some things to and apologize for the things that I've done. That's in order to secure my peace. I'm gonna say it again, to secure my peace. I don't know what you do for yours, but to secure my peace, some things that I've done to some people, some hurt that I've caused. I talked about the hurt.
I've done that.
The hurt that I caused, the peace in order to have it and keep it and sustain it. I had to go back to the ones I hurt and apologize for what I did. That's how I can defend them.
Yeah.
Because I not only know what happened to me, but I know what I've done.
And that takes character and it takes morals to do that.
So
I've definitely done things years went by, and you know, as you grow in whatever journey you're on, you do think about things that you may have done. And if you know, for me, if I know I did something wrong and I have the opportunity, and I've had some opportunities to give olive branches and to matter of fact, she's on the phone now, Miss Lucy, and I know she don't care about us. Miss Lucy, somebody told me something about that she said about me, just messiness, and I just stopped talking to her. And you know what I did? When I realized I was in the wrong, and Lucy, you can attest, I went back to Lucy some years down the line. And I told her, because that's the type of person I am. If I know I'm wrong, if I know I'm wrong, now if I know I'm right, you can forget it. But when I know I'm wrong, I went back to her and told her what happened. I told her I was wrong for listening, to know that we had been friends for a very long time. And I listened to someone who didn't even know it was like that and believed what they said, instead of going to her to say, hey, this person said that you said this. And she, being the person she is, was wide open, arms wide open, and we've been good ever since. But I knew that I had to make that, I had to do that, and I had to apologize to her. Sometimes we get to talking about it, I still be apologizing, but I did that because I knew that I was in the wrong. And see,
and that,
she said,
what's so
yes, you
funny,
did, and we are good. Uh-huh.
what's so funny about that is sometimes I've seen people allow people who have nothing at all to do with two people come in between two people to bring some mess to stir it up. Isn't that the craziest thing? I've been knowing somebody for 20 years, but I allow somebody that I ain't been knowing but 2 minutes to come in and bring something to tear me apart.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And some
Baby,
people,
you can't bring it.
right. And I made that
See,
mistake.
you can't. Last one. I did. I promise.
It's okay, country boy. You know, if you want to,
You,
you know what time it is. It's
yeah, I know. I'm
9:59.
saying,
But no,
you
I'm saying
can't.
that to say, you know, I ain't putting no fist up at you, so you
I'm
good.
saying, you can't run a wedge through anything God has put together.
That part.
I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm gonna tell y'all one more time, and you can take this. This country boy, 101. You can't run a wedge through anything that God has put together. Man couldn't even separate the Red Sea. So just remember that. Just remember that. But that's all
Mama
I
always
got. That's
said a
all I got.
dog. Mama, Mama always said a dog bring a bone, carry a bone. You ever heard that?
That is. That's it.
You
Joel.
heard that before?
I have heard
You heard that
that.
before?
Show enough. Show enough.
I-
Joe enough.
Well, the clock on the computer says 10:00. You remember back when I used to say, now country boy, I gotta go see the news. Well, now I have streaming services, so I can go watch the news when I feel watching the news. But hey, country boy, this was a great conversation. Really good conversation. I'm glad you did a good job with this, and I'm glad you got to get that off your chest.
Yes.
Good job, good job. This was a great topic. Again, I'm sure that we'll cover this again one day. Y'all, I don't even know. I think I said everything I could possibly say. I don't even know how to close out tonight. Um, I hope y'all enjoyed the conversation. I will just ask again that sometimes pick up the phone and dial in and say something. You won't even see your face on here. I don't think, right? You won't see your face. We'll just be talking. But sometimes it's good to hear somebody's voice. Um, Minister Larry, we'd love to hear you come on here and say a little something, give some of your expertise. And I know you've invited me a few times. please invite me back. Don't give up on me. I'm gonna come. I want to be on the radio like Country Boy and the executive producer. I want to take my picture in front of what is KYK? Whatever it is, I want to take my picture in front of the sign. But y'all keep in mind, just think about a few things. Think about, they always say it's not about what you said, it's what you say to somebody is how you make them feel. And that's a big thing. And I don't think I guess some people know what they're doing, but I still feel like there are some that don't really realize it. But start realizing it. Start realizing what you're doing to people's mental health. Because it's a serious thing. And you don't know what that person is dealing with when they came out and saw you wherever it is they saw you at, and you weren't the nicest you could be, or you have people turning against people, or all those little ugly things that people do out here in the world. You don't want to be the cause of someone, and I know it's dark, but it's true. You don't want to be the cause of somebody ending their life. So many young teenagers, I know for sure, they go to school, they're bullied, people don't talk. They call them the invisible child sometimes, the person that nobody pays attention to. People don't pay attention to those people. And those are some of the people that are more likely to commit suicide. Some of the people that that are the happiest people, they grin and having a good time, those are people that you would never imagine. Those people that you think have it all and having all this fun and have this great life, those are some of the people that you could definitely push them into a mental breakdown. So we just want to be kind. And on the note that Country Boy brought up is, at the end of the day, the end of life, the end of your journey, you're gonna have one person that's gonna be you and that person that's gonna have a conversation about the direction of your direction you're going to for eternity. So keeping that in mind, be careful of how you talk to people, and always think about what is the last thing that you said to that person. How did you make that person feel the last encounter you had? What did you say? Did you say anything empowering, anything positive? That's a big thing. Can you imagine? I talk about someone I worked for in the past. Our last words were not friendly to each other, and we loved each other to death. He was my mentor, but our last words were not kind to each other because we thought we had time to fix it. We thought we'll be fine in a couple of weeks. Well, that week never came because he died. And those are the things. They're dark, but they're serious. You don't ever know when is the last time you're going to see somebody. So you just gotta be careful. And lastly, I don't know if I want to use that word defend or not, but stand up for people when they're not in the room, because they're not there to defend themselves. They're not there to speak up for themselves. I'm not saying you may not even know what's going on, but you can at least say something to the effect of, I haven't seen that in her. I've never seen so and so. But you don't just sit there and say, "Oh." I learned a long time ago too. I told someone the other night that you know how you talk to somebody, Country Boy, and you say, "Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh." Well, this person is bashing somebody, and you're sitting there saying, "Oh, uh-huh." So it seems that you're interested, so they're gonna keep going.
Right.
But also, as you're just shaking your head, not really paying attention, they're paying attention. They're paying attention to you shaking your head in agreement, because that's how they're taking it. So you got to be careful about that too. Say something, see something, say something. Stop people. Your friends are doing mean, ugly things. It's okay to pull up to the side and say, when you did that, this was not cool. Sometimes that's all they need because no one has called them out before.
Right.
Sometimes they need a calling out. You know what I mean, Country Boy?
And it's not really calling out. It's just holding people accountable.
Holding people up, that's the word, the phrase. Holding them accountable.
Yeah.
They really may not know they're creeps. And they're not going to think they're a creep if everybody continues to condone what they do.
Right.
Oh, that's just him. Oh, that's just how he is. Oh, that is condoning. That has been making his behavior acceptable. Did I say the right word? Acceptable. Yes. So, and I'm saying he is because I'm talking about somebody in particular, but we got to do better with that, making people accountable for the things they do. And I feel that sometimes if you let these people know, sometimes they'll start realizing that you see them. You see them for who they are. So that might stop them. I'm not saying completely, because some people are just creeps, but it may stop them or slow them down, or it make them think about what they're doing, because they don't realize, like Country Boy said, you in the spotlight really when you're doing all that. You are in the spotlight when you're doing those things. So people are watching you, and you become the person that people are saying, "Ooh, you don't want to tell this person nothing. Ooh, you don't want to tell that person. Ooh, he's messy. Ooh, he's mean." Those things happening, you just don't even realize it. The people behind your back saying those things. So anyway, that's my worthless 2 cents. But I thank you again, because well, y'all, thank y'all. Make sure that y'all tune into Chapel Tree on Wednesday. You might be seeing me, or if I have a guest, you'll see together. Right now, I believe you're just gonna be seeing me. So, Country Boy, it's time to take us on in.
Well, Country Boy is going to take in, like I said at the beginning of the show, the comments and the views were of mine. They were of me. They did not represent the show nor my co-host. So if y'all have an issue with the comments that you heard out of my mouth, then hey, here I am. Here I is. I ain't going nowhere. So, but I spoke from my heart. I spoke what God gave me and placed on my heart this night. It was definitely something that had been eaten. So it was something that needed to be said. Sometimes we sugarcoat some things, and I pray that I didn't deliver it in any other way but out of love. I hope that you received it out of love, because that's how I was delivering it. It was truthful. It may have been a little chafing, but it was out of love. It may have been, but
yeah,
but it was definitely out of love, because we do need one another, and we should be here to support, encourage, and uplift one another.
we should.
So, and then I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for everyone that tuned in. Y'all want to boycott? Y'all can boycott me. I'm still gonna come on. I don't care.
Ain't nobody doing no boycotting around here.
I'm still gonna be here. This don't feel.
What's the new one for boycotting? What's the new word they using for canceling? Cancel culture.
Hey, that's right.
They did that years before it was really a thing. They knew how to cancel. They still know how to cancel people.
Hey, you're right. That's all I was throwing tonight, baby, was balls and strikes. I wasn't calling up balls and strikes, baby. Balls and strikes.
That's funny.
That's all was going on tonight. Balls and strikes. That was it.
Balls and strikes.
But I thank y'all. I thank y'all so much. Again, this is about encouraging. It is about lifting up. It is about supporting one another. Don't y'all know how much stuff is set here in this world to divide? Don't you have you not realized, are you not aware of how we have allowed things to just seep in to our culture, to seep into our lives, to divide us, to separate family, to bring man, the Bible talked about mothers against daughters, sisters against brothers, husbands against wives. This thing is real. This battle ain't flesh and blood, y'all. And this is so real. This is so real. But we have the opportunity to turn it, to stand on morals and values. They can only bring that stuff in our houses if we let them. They can only put that filth in and I'm talking about all kinds of filth. I ain't just talking about in our neighborhoods if we let them. We have to stand up and speak out against wrong and just call it down the middle. Everybody needs to put on one of them striped shirts and be an umpire and call nothing balls and stripes from here on out. Balls and stripes, balls and stripes. Just call it right down the middle.
Right down the middle.
You know, And when we do that, yeah, it's gonna be some people that's gonna be angry and offended. But them was the ones that was hitting foul balls anyway. Understand that? Them was the one, they wasn't even nowhere near it. So yes, they're gonna be offended because they want you to divert your attention from what's really going on. And that's what's happening is, folks, this thing is coming to divert our attention, and we have been hoodwinked and bamboozled. And I'm calling it out. I'm just calling it out. Just calling it like I see it. Strike one. Right down the middle, baby. I'm just calling it like I said.
Oh my gosh.
But I thank you. I thank you, co-host, for allowing me to vent out.
Anytime,
It
anytime,
was
anytime.
it touched my heart. It really did. This was something that was near and dear to me. So I had to let it out. I had to let it out. You know what? Mama always told me pressure busts a pipe, baby, and I ain't finna have no pressure. I'm finna let it.
On that note, I need somebody to come help me with my garbage disposal. But
Oh
I wanted
Lord.
to read. I want to read something that my uncle sends out a nightly prayer and little quote thing, and it kind of to me went in with what we were talking about. So do y'all mind if I read?
Go ahead.
So Psalms 3:2. May there be, wait a minute, many there be which say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. Then Psalms 3:3, but thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory, and the lifter of mine head. Then he says, the prayer is, Lord, thank you for your day in and day out protection over us. There is no way that we can doubt your love for us. You prove your grace and your mercy on us every single day. Lord, we think of the joy of heaven as one big happy family reunion. Lord, every time we take the communion of your blood and body, it is a reminder of the love that you have for us. Help us, dear Lord, as we strive to show love everywhere we go, even to our enemies. Yes, love is something, if you give it away, you end up having more. A kind word can turn away wrath. We must strive to live peacefully with all men. We honor you as our great shepherd. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. There it is. There it is. So look here, as she did that so eloquently. That's my new word. I got a big word, eloquently.
Eloquently.
Look here. I will say this: is just know that the vision that God has given each and every one of you, the vision, the purpose, is that we support you. We support you. We support you. We support you. We stand with you. Don't quit. Don't give up. Don't give in. Things will come, but you keep pushing. You keep going because God gave you the vision, so He will prepare the provision for the vision. So you just keep going. You just keep going, and don't you dare quit. And lastly but not least, as we get ready to shut her down for the night. Thank you, one. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you so very much. We are greatly appreciative of it.
Thank
When
you,
you want,
Lucy, for joining us tonight.
thank you, Lucy. And I always thank you, Miss Julie. Thank you, Henry.
Of course,
Thank you.
Lucy. I mean, Julie.
When the good Lord woke you up this morning and you opened your eyes, you cleaned out your ears. You was listening around, but you still didn't hear. You was out today, and you was trying to hear, but the words didn't come because they wasn't so clear. I'm rhyming now, boy.
I hear you. DJ Louisiana Country Boy. The DJ Louisiana Country Boy.
The sound was coming, but it wasn't so clear. But here it
Gigi,
is.
thank you too, honey. Thank you so much for your participation.
Well, here it is. Hold on. I got to put my spectacles on because it's so late I can't even see. 9:15 Houston time.
No.
10:15. 10:15 Houston time. I'm sorry. 10:15 Houston time. So yeah, from the bottom of our hearts, we want to say that we love you. We love you. We love you. And we love you unconditionally. And
And
there
there's
is nothing
nothing.
you can do about it. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Thank y'all. Thank you, co-host.
Thank you. You hit the button. Look, you hit.
Oh,
You, look.
did you hit it on me earlier today?
Yeah.